Today, another example of how custom processing can transform a good-sounding voiceover into an epic, larger-than-life voiceover. I'm Lenny B, the voiceover audio engineer. Let's make your voice sound better. Well, today I'm going to walk you through a submission from Roy S. Ford, a really nice guy from Houston, Texas, and he's using a Sennheiser MKE 600, and I have this microphone as well. He's running it through the Focusrite Scarlett 2i4 second generation audio interface, and he's using GarageBand, which is absolutely legit. Skill level, he says he's not a beginner, but he's got a lot to learn. Well, Roy also has some good marketing skills because he was wise enough to make a video for YouTube while he was recording his voiceover submission, which was pretty cool. He also runs a YouTube channel that encourages people to create video, audio, and photography. Really nice guy. Check out his YouTube channel.
Again, I'm here to encourage you to create content, meaningful content that's going to help you as well as all of your viewers.
Well, let's listen to what Roy has sent us, and then we can talk about what we're going to do to process it.
It's definitely just the poor man's sound booth in here.
You've probably noticed he's using a walk-in closet with his clothes there to record in, which is actually not a bad idea. This is kind of the lo-fi way to do it, and a lot of people do it this way. He's using a shotgun mic, and you need to really be aware of what's directly behind you when you're using one of these kind of mics, and he's smart by doing that because he's got the absorbing clothes material directly behind him. All right, let's take a listen.
Our dealership is doing our part to say thank you. To show our appreciation, all healthcare workers and first responders receive one complimentary oil change, multi-point inspection, and vehicle health check.
Now, it sounds pretty good. There's a little bit of noise in the room, and I just think it's a combination of maybe the microphone. It's just it's not the quietest mic, but unless you're really listening carefully, I have the same noise issue with that microphone of my model as well. I like his mic technique. He's got the mic pointing down towards his mouth, so any of the plosives are just missing the mic completely, but it's pointed directly to his mouth. And it also, when you point a microphone down this way, it also picks up a little bit more of the bass from the chest area in the microphone. And his voice sounds awesome. It's really, really cool to begin with, and it's going to be fun to process. The first thing that I've done is I've used soft tubes saturation. This really thickens up his sound. That's the first thing I'm going into. And then I'm moving into the channel EQ from Logic. And you can see that I've done a little bit of sculpting here, not much. That mic does a pretty good job of picking up an even frequency response. So there was just a little bit of modification that I did to clear up some of the low, mid end of the frequency response in his voice. Then we moved over to the Shep's channel, which I've talked about a lot. It always goes on sale. It's a Waves plug-in. I think it's like $39, and sometimes they have specials for a little cheaper. What's awesome about this is it's got a preamp and some more saturation if you want to add a little bit. There's a gate, a great expander that really is transparent. You don't notice it. De-esser, two de-essers actually that work really well, and I'm using both of them on his voice. An EQ section, and also different flavors of compression you could pick. And if you want to, you could actually insert another one of the plugins here. You could actually add one more of these or an additional Waves plugin. So it's really a full channel strip, and it has a really nice sidechain adjustments and stereo and mono. Just great. Andrew Sheps he's produced some of the biggest rock records in the last several decades, and he designed this with Waves, and props to him. Inexpensive, sounds great, and pretty easy to use, but it's got a ton of tools you could use. So after the Sheps channel, I go into Logic's compressor, and I'm using the opto compressor. So we really have two compressors going on. There's a FET compressor I'm using to really take care of some of the transient peaks, the initial transient peaks. And in this, I've got a slower attack and release time. This opto compressor is smoothing things out after. It's actually the last thing in the chain. Now, I've created a custom preset combining all these plugins. What does it sound like? I'm pretty happy with the result. And you could send me your voiceover to process just like this one. The link is in the description, and if you're looking to improve your voice, you could find voiceover tips, techniques, and training. Just visit my website, lennyb.com. Okay, let's turn all these on here. Actually, we're going to turn them off first, and we're going to play the VoiceOver once again, and then I'll engage all of these plugins so you can hear the difference. So here's without any processing first.
Our dealership is doing our part to say thank you. To show our appreciation, all healthcare workers and first responders receive one complimentary oil change, multi-point inspection, and vehicle health check. Now through the end of the year. This offer is available in all makes and models. Visit our website to schedule your next oil change.
Wow, it really brings out the mid and high frequencies, but it's a kind of an even display of all the frequencies, and it makes his voice really present. It sounds like it's just right in front of your face, and it's a good setup for him, and I think the plugins that I've used really accentuate all the pleasing parts of his voice. Let's hear it one more time without, and then I'll engage it again.
Our dealership is doing our part to say thank you. To show our appreciation, all healthcare workers and first responders receive one complimentary oil change, multi-point inspection, and vehicle health check.
You could really hear the gate here really taking out that room noise if you're listening on some headphones too. It does a great job. Now, I can do the same type of processing for you. Visit my website, lennyb.com, for voiceover tips, training, and you can get some information about the custom processing service. Subscribe to the channel for more voiceover audio videos like this. Leave me your comments and questions. Your voiceover sound should be inspiring you to record and create and do more. Let's make your voice sound better. Thanks for watching.